Your interest and engagement were, and still is, mind-blowing. You left us dozens and dozens of comments. We are deeply grateful to have such an invested community. We also encourage you to keep sharing suggestions because we can make this in games, but your voice makes them genuinely fantastic. Now, let's dive into the hottest topics. Could we get playthrough video on other missions, please? As you already know, our last few videos have revolved around the Cyberpunk demo, but this time we'll focus on more serious tasks. We already know the basic mechanics and how to play Cyberpunk, so it's time to move on to a mission that will include hacking elements. At this point, we are gathering a team of seasoned edgerunners to take on the challenge. Believe me, this mission, in comparison with the prologue, puts much more difficult objectives and challenges in front of us. I played it off camera recently, it was harsh even for me, and I like to think about myself as an experienced player, but I think that's the point here, to make our Cyberpunk 2077 the board game more and more challenging as the story campaign progresses. So yes, such a gameplay video will be recorded quite soon and it will land on our channel, so subscribe to not miss it and follow our project on Gamefound. We will surely share it in upcoming updates. Is there any plans to represent stealth and netrunning mechanics more than the bruiser with some fancy support? It's a big part of the original game. Referring to my previous answer, yes, there will be more hacking, there will be more objectives, and netrunners will have a playground to show off. These missions will be available in the core game, of course, and we have a whole storyline dedicated to hacking, already mentioned, Icebreaker. This storyline will surprise you with unique mechanical gimmicks. In the Icebreaker, hacking plays a crucial role in the success of a team. If you prefer a more tactical approach, we offer both. The possibility to play with more time for each step, the difficulty level scales the time limit, so that you will have more space to think about your moves on the board. As for stealth mechanics, by all means, I think this is an excellent idea. We have written down and passed to the devs on their desk, and I think it's worth keeping an eye on our campaign page to follow the development of the game. Who knows what will happen in the future? The next question is about complexity of villains. Yes, as much as in a demo, we could see the representatives of Arasaka in the full version. You can also expect larger array of opponents, much more tactical options and variety in combat. Among enemies, you will encounter Militech guards whose actions differ from those of Arasaka guards. For example, they throw grenades under our feet. You should also prepare to face bosses such as legendary Adam Smasher. Of course, in addition to Militech, Arasaka, Smasher, you will have a deal with a deadly Minotaurs, mechs that will do their best to stop us. Standing up to fight these dreadful machines is a challenge worthy of the best edgerunners. The next question is about our Cyberware. In Cyberware is essential in the Cyberpunk world. Without suppurative implants, even the best athletes will eventually end up as nobodies or become mediocre at best. You need to chrome up. These goodies are what makes us truly unique and stylish and match our character's build to our favorite playstyle. Thanks to them, we can be effective edgerunners on the battlefield, just as in the video game. We can install more and more chrome in our bodies. Our game lets you replace standard booster or crafting slots with Cyberware, which will give you new opportunities to perform epic actions. You can expect more details in upcoming updates. And the next question is about app. Is it optional? Yes, the app usage is completely optional. The app's timer can be replaced with any other kind of timer. Before each mission, you will be able to check how much time you need to set, and plot-wise, you will get scripts to guide you through the missions, the storylines, so you won't miss a thing. In my opinion, the use of the app is first of all very convenient. Because of all these operations it does for us. It also adds another layer of immersion to the experience of playing such an atmospheric board game as Cyberpunk 2077. And we finished the first topic. The next one is about story and how we approach to the original story from the video game. And the first question is about why we decided to make an alternative story, alternative way of story. We created an alternate version of Cyberpunk because we wanted to give you something new from Cyberpunk world, but will not be a repetition of the story we already know well, and it fits very well with the cooperative nature of our game, giving you opportunity to play characters that weren't available in the digital game, like Jackie, Panam or Judy. So we've teamed up with CD Projekt Red to create an exciting new adventure that you and your friends will be able to explore, eagerly awaiting the next mission. Another one, keeping in mind that all characters are the same and the story seems to replicate in a parallel universe way, the game one. Why not expand the universe? Dear Lionel, I'm afraid I can't reveal the answer to this question. I can only suggest that the seer, the mysterious fixer, might be a key. Everything starts with him, but where it ends? There is only one way to find out, and that... The next question is about Street Stories cards and the checks and how they are performed in a game, how they are performing in a game. Mechanically, the Street Stories cards will indicate how many cards you should draw from the top of your deck. The result depends on how many required symbols or colors, also described on the cards, we draw. It determines, of course, whether we do or do not get a particular prize. For example, we find a broken Delamain cab, and then our ask is to draw a particular number of interaction symbols on our cards to complete this event successfully. This is an example of an individual test, but there are also tests where the whole team has to match cards and we all have to succeed at a given task to accomplish it. How character progression works between the missions. Character development is very important to us, especially in action-adventure games in which our beloved characters play first fiddle. And of course, we improve the edgerunners during missions, equip them with new shots, collect better weapons, use crafting, etc. What's more, before each mission, we can visit a repair dock. There we can install cyberware or increase our arsenal in the gun shop. You will also find achievements on every character ID card, and for each completed one, an edgerunner gets one extra card. It permanently lands in the hero's action cards deck, increasing their abilities during combat. But that's still not all. We are still thinking and working on expanding character progression because we know how important it is for you. There will be more content once stretch goals are unlocked during the campaign, so I encourage you to follow our project page on Gamefound. So we finished the second topic, now we are going to the third one, about replayability. So the first question is about there is a replayability mode. So when it comes to the replayability, we have provided several solutions. You can replay each mission after completing it during the campaign as many times as you desire. If you want to kick Adam's Smasher butts again and again and again, then go ahead. We have created an Afterlife mission generator, inspired of course by the famous Night City Bar and Asylum for the edgerunners, where everyone will certainly find a challenge for themselves. And here comes the question of how this Afterlife mission generator works. If you want to go to the Afterlife and participate in a challenge, then you can do it at any stage of the game, before, during or after playing our whole story campaign. With each campaign mission, you will unlock more and more mechanics. After unlocking all possible settings, you will be able to create your own personalized mission. The Afterlife mission generator offers more than 30 mission objectives, which you can choose freely to compose a mix that will guide you through the dangers of Night City. You will also find challenge cards that can turn up the difficulty level even higher, so you can still face a very serious challenge. To sum up, you can create your own mission with chosen objectives and mixes of mechanics and see if you can handle a job in a provided setting. Will campaign enemies bosses like Basilisk and Smasher make their way into the Afterlife missions? Of course, they are available in Afterlife Mission Generator. If you accomplish campaign missions that involve these features, you will be able to boost the challenge for your teammates and yourself, obviously. So the selected mission with elevated difficulty level will grant you a legendary status in a VIP seat in the high leagues. Of course, if if you manage to complete it. So we finished the third topic, now we are going to the fourth, about characters and special things you can find in our game. So you ask frequently, is somebody is going to appear in our game, like Songbird, Reed, etc., etc. Yeah. There are many fantastic ideas all over the comment sections, and we are very happy that you are asking us such questions. It shows that you are deeply involved both in the world and in our project. All I can say is that some of the ideas, or maybe even all of them, will appear in extra content, in a stretch goals to be precise. But wait a minute, what are stretch goals? Very good question, Alexei, thank you for asking. Stretch goals are financial thresholds that are directly related to crowdfunding. And with each threshold, each goal will unlock new content, so you can get more Cyberpunk in Cyberpunk. We are talking here about new characters, new missions, miniatures, components, and much more features that I can't spoil for now. If I were tempted to do such a thing, I'm sure the fixers would come and deal with me, and that could end not well. Anyway, keep an eye on our campaign, as even more content will appear on our site as soon as we launch on September 3rd. There you will see what is yet to be unlocked and what we have already managed to unlock. Any chance of getting promos from The Witcher Path of Destiny or Witcher The Old World? The answer is no, we don't plan to offer any exclusive content from our previous projects. The decision includes Cyberpunk 2077, the board game, which involves exclusive items that will be available only during the crowdfunding period for this project. They will not be available to retail in any way. So far, we have already announced 2 exclusive. Each follower of our campaign gets a V with Mantis Blades playable character pack, new dynamic miniature, and extra action cards to V's deck. On top of that, we announced the first stretch goal, Johnny's Silverhand Relic. One of the reasons we are doing these exclusives is to pay tribute to our backers. We are grateful to your commitment, and we would like to give you something really special, something that won't be available to purchase normally in retail stores, something that is truly exclusive and unique. And the last one, the fifth topic, is about components, the arts, and the quality. The first question is the bullet counter token only for the standard version? Can those of us that pledge for the deluxe also add on those bullet counters? Yes, bullet counters will be available in both editions. Even if you have the deluxe version, you will also get these cool deluxe life counters, so you can choose how you want to measure the life of the guards. Plus, well, they look really cool, so you can also treat them as a collector's item. You ask about the thickness of the player board. It will look exactly the same as in The Witcher Path of Destiny and The Witcher. That is, we have a double-layered paper board that is 1.5mm thick and double-sided. We have used this solution in the previous games, and we believe that this time it will also meet your expectations. What type of material will be miniatures made of? We use 2 types of plastic, PVC and ABS. PVC is used for the base of the miniature, and ABS is a harder plastic for the long pointed protruding parts. By using 2 types of plastic, miniatures are much sturdier and you don't have to worry about damaging them. How many miniatures will be there in the basic version of the game, and how many in the add-ons, how many in the stretch goals? On the project page on the Gamefound, you can find all miniatures that will appear in the core game, but I can list them for you, and there will be 5 character miniatures for the players, 16 enemies, including 8 military guards and 8 Arasaka guards, 4 minotaurs and basilisk, and obviously a smasher miniature. If you would like to find out about the content, stretch goals and add-ons, well, I invite you to our campaign page, where we can unlock as a community more content and thus more miniatures for our game. Will there be space provided in our box for the sleeved cards? Yeah, this is a question that is repeated during each hour of our. This is a question that is frequently repeated in our campaigns, and yes, is a thing that we keep in mind. We designed the inserts to have a space for your sleeved cards, because we know it's very important for you to simply take care of your own copy. The next question is about a maybe special edition of a box, maybe kind of Gamefound Edition. So certainly, when placing an order, you will be able to choose whether you want a box with the V, male V, or with a female V, which is a kind of personalization. Besides that, backers will receive a stretch goal box that will contain stretch goal content, of course, including exclusives. This box will be never available in a retail, becoming a proof of your special status as a backer. And that would be the end of our episode. Of course, we didn't answer all the questions. There were so many of them, but don't be discouraged. We'll happily respond to your concerns in the comments, so feel free to ask whatever you would like to know. Of course, this is not the end. Later this month, we'll land a new gameplay with a brand new exciting mission, new mechanics and new enemies. Also, look out for our news on our channel and follow the project on Gamefound to get an exclusive first day gift, the V with Mantis Blades, for free if you decide to support the game. So, see you next time.